a couple mood disorders. And sure enough, I ran into bipolar. This is the perfect picture for this. On one side, we have a beautiful butterfly. On the other side, we have the ugliness of the depression of bipolar. Now, I was thrilled to finally have an answer. I took my findings to my counselor, and then they looked into it some more and suggested a psychiatrist, and from there we were on recovery. Not that simple. I've gone through 3 different psychiatrists before finding a wonderful man, Dr. Ice. My counselors have changed throughout the years as well, not by my doing, but change of professions, different PPOs, etc. But again, I've been blessed to have found a wonderful man, Dr. Tonicliffe, to help and guide me through this journey. It took almost 3 years to find the right medications and doses to make me function normally. The side effects were sometimes unbearable. But again, a blessing. I find it amazing that from having all men who abused and used me to finding a group of supportive, loving Christian men. Number on the top is my husband, Kevin Book, who took me in. My grandfather, who's an amazing, amazing man. Mr. Baker is my boss at the library, and he is one of the most understanding, patient people I have ever met, and the doctors that I have found. I also find it amazing that I have a wonderful support group of family and friends. My husband's parents are amazing Christian people, an example to live by, just like my grandparents. My church family continues to grow. We do not have a lot of family in the area, so church family is very, very important. We have been blessed in so many ways. From people helping out with the girls when they were little, just holding them so I could sleep, to babysitting now, and a lot of times we get, I'm just thinking of your notes in the mail. I've been blessed with a best friend, Sue Fellens, who is always there to listen, love, and support me. She has been a rock for me to stand on, and for that I thank her from the bottom of my heart. She is truly one of my favorite blessings. As you can see, I have a mixed bag of blessings. I consider the abuse and suicide attempt blessings because they made me who I am today. Without those traumatic experiences, I wouldn't have been so many good people to surround me with now. I'd probably be in a major mess, stuck in Princeton doing drugs like many of my old friends and family, or honestly, most likely dead. When I am depressed, I sometimes wish that I was no longer here. The thought processes, imagine not having to deal with anything, nothing in life. All the bad, look around you. When you're depressed, that's what you do. But then when I'm normal, I realize that I have a reason for being here. And I believe that one of these reasons was for me to share my story today with you. Now I'd like to talk a little bit more about bipolar. Again, I love this picture. Bipolar is when you have extreme highs. It's a mental illness, and it's a form of depression. And it's when you have extreme highs and lows, different periods throughout your life. And I strongly, strongly believe that knowledge is power. Be it you have cancer, diabetes, a mental illness, find out about your disease and learn about it and share about it. This is a map, just kidding, of my life. This red line is what the doctors call normal. Now, what is normal? Are you guys normal? I don't know. This is, anything above the line would be mania. Now, there's different levels, which I'll show you in the next slide. But this is when I'm functioning, successful, can do anything, can sleep for 3 hours and live on that. And then this is when I get depressed. Now, something that we need to be aware of as people who have bipolar and bipolar loved ones who know me, when we get here and I'm functioning and I'm loving life and nothing can go wrong, look what happens. Every time. You're not going to be able to read this, and that's okay. This is the mania periods, and that was the part that was above the line. These are symptoms of them. Now, I don't have all of them. I definitely have poor judgment. That was supposed to be funny. I definitely had spending sprees, which almost caused us a serious divorce. Some of these things, if you can read it, my husband really likes. I need very little sleep. I like to have sex, and I'm actually irritable. So I'm really, really happy, but I'm crabby, but I'm happy. Go ahead. Then this is the depressive side, which is below the red line. Lasting sadness. Now, most of these I actually have. Change in appetite. I gained 25 pounds a summer for 3 summers in a row. Obviously, I haven't lost it yet, but it's there. I eat when I'm sad, and I like food. And so a success and a blessing was that this summer I gained 0. So finally. This is my favorite one. This is hypomania. This is a little bit of depression, a little bit of mania put together. It's awful. You feel like you're going to come out of your skin. You just want to scream at the world. You're literally 1 hour you're happy, the next hour you're upset. It's just crazy. But what this says, to explain it in medical terms, mild to moderate level of mania, called hypomania, may feel good to the person who experiences it and actually works with functioning well and productivity. But without treatment, it turns into severe mania. And severe mania is and you hear about these people, and I have a totally different look on them now that I have bipolar, because they're the people that are on the building and they think they can jump off and they're going to fly. That's mania. I luckily had never actually gone that far. This is a chart about cycling. And what it is, this would be a 6-month chart of someone who cycles. Now the cycling means that you sometimes go up, you sometimes go down. This is a chart of someone who, can anyone guess what the 6 months, what the change is every month? Their menstrual cycle hits them up. Go ahead. This is bipolar 2. Bipolar 2 is diagnosed when you have more depressed moods. Now again, the normal line is in the middle in case you can't read that. And you have some feeling of normal, mostly depressed, and a little of that hypomania. Then the fun starts. This is me. Depression, normal, hypomania, and a tinge of mania. And then you slide on back down to depression. Some famous people with depressive disorders or mood disorders. Now again, I don't know how much you can see, so I'll just name a couple people. Unfortunately, Heidi shocked, she didn't know how these people were. So Larry King, who does Larry King Live, Barbara Bush, Harrison Ford, Mike Wallace, Martin Luther, Buzz Aldrin. Does anyone know who that is? First man to the moon. How do we know these people? How do we know Martin Luther has bipolar or depression or mood disorder? How do we know that? Well, what you do is you look through their history. You look and see what they said. When was he stuck in his room for 6 months? When was his best writings? Things like that. Now they looked at my history, and they realized when I was diagnosed 6 years ago that I had my first episode when I was 18. It was a hypomania episode. I couldn't function. I was going to crawl out of my skin. I still remember it. I was crying in the bathroom in my high school, and I felt like I was going to die. So how we know that I started when I was 18 or younger is because we looked at my history, and I had long periods of highs when I was dating Kurt, but then as soon as I had those babies, it all went downhill. And that manifested my whole situation. Recent studies show that children with traumatic childhoods have a higher rate of having a mood disorder. Obviously, I'm a candidate. Children who have been abused have more serious forms of the disease. Bipolar is genetically based. I look again at the history of my family, and I have someone who has anxiety. I have someone who has nervous breakdowns, and they don't admit that they have a mood disorder. And a disclaimer, I'm not saying everybody that's moody has a mood disorder. I'm just saying if you look at your family history, it may be there. So I honestly consider my father having some kind of problem about being just evil. And I pray that my children don't get this. Now I understand that they will not have a traumatic childhood as I did, but they're my little sunshines, and I want to make sure that we stay on top of things. Are they just being a child who's getting moody because she's tired? Or, oh my goodness, is she bipolar? They can't diagnose you until you're 12. Like, legitimately diagnose you for bipolar or mood disorder to give you medicine. Now, we have ADHD left and right, and we throw medicine at them, and I'm not saying that's good or bad, but sometimes ADHD ends up being a mood disorder. So we have to be careful what we're throwing at people. Because what happened to me was I was diagnosed as depressed, OCD, depressed, and what was happening was that medicine was making me go higher as a kite and then dropping as low as, the deepest valley in the world. So you gotta be careful what you diagnose people with, and you need, again, knowledge is power. This is a mood chart for bipolar people. Now, could probably work for you all too. But the first one is you're angelic, of course. The third one over is money. Why money for bipolar people? Again, I mentioned that I have spending spree problems, which is ironic because my husband's a Wells worker. But I would crank up the credit cards, and he would be upset and not know what to do with me. I would have to take things back to the store all the time, which I do anyhow. But no, seriously. I always take things back. I'm like, oh, I can always return it. But I would spend hundreds of dollars on a shopping spree and have to come home, show Kurt what I bought, show how much I spent. And he was not happy, and I would have to, put my tail between my legs and go to that store and say, I went crazy here. They never really got that joke. And I need to return this stuff. And they're like, okay. So, in your folder that I gave you, it's my letter to my family and friends, the fall of 2004. You don't have to read it now. I just want to make a couple points. When you get a disease, if you're like me and you believe knowledge is power, and and you believe that you got this disease as a blessing, you need to tell your family and friends. We were very distant from them for quite a long time, and it was time for us to tell them. Well, how do you tell your friends you're bipolar?